This is a bit embarrassing. Well, it's really embarrassing, actually. I don't know what the f is happening in this photo. This is over-edited to shit. How's it going, everyone? So recently I accidentally opened up Lightroom. Not Lightroom Classic, which is the one that I do all of my editing in, but I opened up Lightroom. Now, occasionally I will open up Lightroom every now and then. If I have a single photo to edit, it's just easier to open it up into Lightroom. But for whatever reason, I don't know if it's the cloud or if it's something else I accidentally plugged in a hard drive, but I have a bunch of old photos from years ago, and I was scrolling through them and I was looking at them. I was like, these are from like 2017 and onward, and they're not all of them. I will say some of them are okay, some of them are good, but for the most part, a lot of them are just boring, bland, ugly, crappy photos. Wow, I'm really being hard on myself, aren't I? Anyway, I thought it would be interesting to go through these old photos and kind of pick apart why they kind of suck. All right, the first photo in the lineup is from 2017. And this is of my old road, my parents' road. And I think the reason why I would have wanted this photo is because the fog in the background looked really nice. Everything's wet, it's dark, deep, saturated colors. It's exposed correctly, but I think the thing is, the reason why it doesn't work is because even though it's balanced nicely, we have the nice foreground, we have the two sides, the leading lines, there's no payoff. There's nothing at the end of this. It's just an empty road. I think if there was something there, like a person, an animal, anything in the midground that gave you some sort of payoff for looking at the image, I think that would make it. But having just the little bit of fog, which I think is what piqued my interest in the first place, it just does nothing. It just doesn't work. Even though it's exposed correctly, all the elements are there for it. It just has no payoff. It's just, I think that's it. I actually don't mind this one. It's a little flat, a little bit boring. It's the CN Tower in Toronto. I would probably straighten out the building lines a bit because they look a little wonky, but overall, not a bad photo, just kind of uninteresting. This photo I actually really liked when I took it. It's the same sort of deal. It's my parents' road again, but the light rays, the God rays coming through looked amazing. The road is blown out, but that's just because when I took this, I didn't really know how to expose correctly. I was just messing around. I still like it as a photo. It's not bad. It's, like I said, there's nothing there. The subject of the photo is the God rays. That's about it. Oh yeah, look at this. This is a bit embarrassing. Well, it's really embarrassing, actually. I don't know what is going on here and why it's like this. Maybe I was drunk. It's very blue, and for some reason I added some sort of blur up here. It's all messed up here. It's all artifacty. I mean, I think I have like an actual edit of this photo somewhere because it's not bad. It's kind of framed in. It's some waterfalls, some rapids. I probably, if I were to shoot this today, I would probably slow down the shutter to blur out the water, not have it super crisp and clean like that. That's just preference and style, but I don't know what the f is happening in this photo. This is over-edited to yeah. Too blue, too green. I'm at a loss. I can't tell you why that is the way it is. Like what was going through my mind. I don't know. Oh look, a more normal one. It's still over edited to, but it looks a bit better. I don't know why there's still blurring up here. It's better, but it's not like this one's blue. and this one's kind of normal. I don't know, man. I don't know. This isn't a bad photo. That was pretty good. Some sort of preset. It's all artifacty at the top and banding. Like, let's zoom in. You can see the banding. Blocky artifacty mess here. That's awful. Which means it was probably a JPEG that was edited. Don't edit JPEGs. Always shoot RAW whenever. Because when you shoot RAW, you can have so much more room for changing colors and changing exposures. It holds so much more information. If you shoot a JPEG, that photo's already baked, and when you start editing it, you'll get this banding and this artifacting. It's just not good. You just don't want to do that. But like I said before, you got to do it to learn not to do it. So, but overall, not a bad photo, even if it does look like it's from like 10 years ago. Hi, buddy. Hi. Hi. What? What?
He really missed you.
What? You're on camera. That's you. That's you, buddy. Don't rub up against my camera.
It's not crappy.
That is crappy. What are you talking about?
I took that photo.
You took the photo, but I edited it. You see how bad it is?
Mozzie, don't eat that.
The colors are oversaturated. The whole image is like sharpening is done all the way up. Everything is blurry, but it's been sharpened, so it just looks like shit. So, same with this one. At first glance, it's a great photo, but then you realize it's all artifacty. This is all blown out. Mm-hmm. There's banding. Mm-hmm. So
it's a good Instagram pic. But
yeah, it's a good Instagram photo.
Quality photo.
I don't know why I edited these photos blue. I know they're still on my Instagram. I don't know what I was thinking.
You wanted all of your photos to be blue.
I remember that, but I don't know why.
I don't know.
I had a blue phase. I don't know why. Don't judge me. Shut up. Don't judge. I remember being really proud of this photo. Thinking, wow, this is cool. This is like portfolio. Amazing. But let's break down why it's not good. So there's a couple of things. One, the colors are oversaturated. I think what I was going for here was to create separation because it's very snowy, so it's very white. It's blown out a little bit in the bottom corner, but I was trying to create a contrast between the green and the blue, and it's just too much. The greens are too dark. The blues are too much, to the point where we have blue coming in at the corner up here, and it's just not looking good. The photo is clear, but it's muddy. Like, it's sharp. Everything's in focus, but there's so much going on with the color contrast and just the regular contrast that the photo ended up looking muddy. There's no real focus on this. This bridge here is the focus, but it doesn't feel like it. You know what I mean? Everything is kind of just working against each other for this photo. I photographed this waterfall a couple of times. Here's one from this year. And here's one from the summer. Out of these newer photos, you can see how much better the composition is, where the bridge actually feels like a subject in the scene. And we actually show the waterfall in its almost entirety, as opposed to this, where you're just kind of looking at the middle of the waterfall. You have a little bit of the bridge, and then you have so much forest up here, so much tree, and it just doesn't work. Nothing's balanced in this photo. Even though it's 50% tree, 50% waterfall, it doesn't feel like it weighs itself against the bridge. It doesn't work. It's not balanced. Too much saturation, too much color separation, and a little bit blown out and too sharp. Again, with the cranking the clarity and the sharpness all the way up is what doomed this photo. and obviously the composition. But it's kind of funny because I remember being very proud of this photo when I took it and be like, this is amazing. But looking back at it now, it's very amateur. And who knows, I could be looking at those photos that I just showed you that I think are very good. 5 years from now, I could be thinking to myself, what the hell was I thinking? You know, we all go through these phases where we look back and we critique our own work. And some people say you shouldn't do that, but honestly, I think we should. We should go back and see why our old work doesn't work now and see how far we've come. Because a lot of the times you can be out shooting and you really don't know how much you've learned or how much you've progressed until you go 5 years back and see your old photos, see the progression that you've made. That's my 2 cents on the subject. I think that's where we'll end this video today. I hope you guys got something from me going through my old photos. But if you guys enjoyed this video, I'd love to see you guys back here hanging out in another video, so subscribe. And yeah, I think that's it. You guys have a good one. Peace.